Hi everyone, my name is Gavin Rubel. Have you ever found that the stress and frustrations you feel in the workplace move over and impact your home life, or the stress and frustration you feel in your home life goes and affects your ability to perform in the workplace? Well, we've got a solution for that, and it's called the 2% Factor. And joining me today is Ted Mouradian, founder of the 2% Factor, to tell us a little bit more about it. Ted, what is the 2% Factor? How does it impact us? And how does it impact where we work?
The 2% factor is the most amazing theory that I ever came up with. And actually, it works 100% in the whole concept. So let me get right to it. There are a small group of people who have been put on the planet to mess with us, to totally frustrate us and they're the bullies, the people who conflict us and all of those sorts of things. And I realized that this small minority of people affects us to the majority of our lives. We let them run everything. These are the people who drive what I call the Antichrist of the highway, the minivan, the left-hand lane. These are the people who frustrate you at the banks, the people who frustrate you at work. You know, that nasty manager, that nasty coworker, Uncle Louie who comes over at the holidays and ruins the holiday for you based on his religion or his politics and all of those sorts of things. And I used to believe that, oh my God, they travel in packs. They're all seeing me today. Mm-hmm. I checked with local police and I said, so what's the percentage of society that'll pick up a gun and shoot you no matter what the rules are? And they said about 2%. And I thought, whoa, it's that little. Then I realized that 2% actually runs our entire planet. Here's the example. We have 100-kilometer-hour speed limits because 2% can't drive. We go through the beepy things in the store because 2% steal. Kindergarten teachers can't hug their charges because 2% molest. You won't pick somebody on the side of the road because 2% mug. You know, everything we do is based on the 2%. You'll wear an outfit, 1,000 people will see you. Somebody will come up to you and say, you look fat in that, you'll throw it away. 2% factor. I wear sandals all the time because I don't like shoes. I constantly. Do you know how many people come up and are interested in my feet? Huge amount. But yet, most people don't care. It's the 2% who are constantly in my face saying, why are you wearing sandals for? That looks stupid. Isn't it cold? See what I mean? What the 2% factor is deals with the fact that it isn't this, it's only this. Most people, the 98%, don't care whether I'm wearing sandals. The 98% don't care what you look like in your shirt. The 98% don't bother about those little minute things that bother people on a regular basis. So here's the idea. Once I realized that it is only a small minority that affect my lives negatively, I came up with a process on how to deal with them. And this process teaches me how to tell them what I need, not what they're doing wrong. The process tells me how to be able to stand up to them and gives the tools on how to stand up to them. And I guess it's a mental thing too. The idea is that now I understand that little thing that happened to me shouldn't control the rest of my day. For example, in the whole broad definition of the 2% factor, it's anything or anyone that adversely affects me. Okay? Mm-hmm. So a flat tire is a 2% incident in my life. It's not the 98% of my day. But I have to ask you, Gavin, how many times when something goes wrong with you, do you spend the rest of your day telling everybody what happened to you with the flat tire, or the person who cut you off, or the person at work?
Well, it becomes the norm. It's just perpetuating itself.
That's right. And what we teach is we teach the fact that you don't let that become your 98. You put it in perspective what it is. Someone cut me off today. So what? I move on with my day. I create my day. The 2% factor teaches you how to be in control without being controlling. It teaches you how to take back your life. It teaches you how not to allow Uncle Louie to ruin your party at home. It teaches you how not to let a bully boss or a bully coworker take over your entire day. So, you know, that's what it's all. When I realize that, now I can be Ted. When I realize that, now I don't have to cater to that nasty 2%er. And I'll tell you another thing. You watch the politics, watch newspapers, watch how we report things. You'll have a street where 1,000 people will go by the street. One person gets killed on it. What's the headline the next day? We have to look at traffic lights on the street. The street could be dangerous. The street's not dangerous one 2% incident happened. Now, if it's a systemic issue, you look at it, you change it, but you don't allow the 2% to take over your life. That's the key aspect of this.
So Ted, very quickly then, tell me, how can the 2% factor improve organizations, companies, but any large group?
What we do is we teach in the program, first the mental concept that the whole company isn't going to hell in a handbasket because an incident happened. You put that incident in perspective. The whole department isn't bad. It's one or two people in the department that need to be dealt with. And so we put the whole concept into perspective. It's not the 98%, it's the 2%. In other words, you deal with the 2% in your business, and you celebrate and protect the 98% from the 2%. That's the key aspect. Most businesses today are so afraid of that 2%, the bully, the bad manager, that they're afraid to take them on. What we give it are the tools on how to take them on. We actually change the entire corporate culture from the inside out with this program.
Really exciting stuff, Ted. So if you want to learn how to put the 2% factor to work in your organization, to deal with the 2% and celebrate the 98%, read through the website and contact us right now to see how we can start changing the way you see your world.